Today, we're unlocking one of the most heartbreaking, misunderstood, and deeply human stories in history, the Titanic. Not the movie version, not just iceberg ahead, but the truth, the hidden facts, the people, the classes, the decisions, the heroes, the mistakes, the love stories, real and reimagined, that went down with the ship. Most people think they know the Titanic, but trust me, they don't. Today we go back into the shipyard, the boardrooms, the lives of rich millionaires, immigrant families, crew members, engineers, and secret lovers whose stories were never told. In 1907, the White Star Line decided they needed 3 ships that would shock the world. Ships so big, so elegant, so luxurious that crossing the ocean would feel like living inside a floating palace. Titanic wasn't just a ship, it was a message. We are the kings of the sea. 3 million rivets, 46,000 tons, 10 decks, a grand staircase inspired by royalty, a dining room of the size of a ballroom, private smoking lounges for the rich, and for poor immigrants, beds, warm food, and hope, more than they had back home. The rich, millionaires, businessmen, aristocrats, fashion icons, even heirs to fortunes. The working class had Irish farmers, Scandinavian carpenters, Syrian and Lebanese families searching for opportunity, mothers with babies, single men hoping to find work. The crew included firemen shoveling coal in burning temperatures, stewards serving 2,000 plus passengers, engineers who kept the ship alive until the final second. There were real young couples and secret romances recorded on the Titanic. So here is a reimagined one. A young Syrian girl named Myra traveling with her family in 3rd class. A young British steward named James. Polished shoes, stiff collar, quiet smile. 2 people who should never have met, 2 people separated by class, language, and rules. They met one night near the stern. He gave her biscuits when her family didn't get enough food. She taught him a few Arabic words. He joked about stealing her away to London's markets. She laughed like he'd never heard. A romance not written in records, but very possible on a ship filled with dreams, music, and long nights at sea. Most people don't know this. Titanic wasn't advertised as unsinkable until newspapers said it. But the ship had fatal problems, not enough lifeboats, only 20 for over 2,200 people. Cheap, brittle rivets used in parts of the hull. The ship was going full speed despite iceberg warnings. A nearby ship, the Californian, was close enough to help but didn't. 11:40 p.m., the lookout rings the bell. Iceberg right ahead. Titanic could stay afloat with 4 compartments flooded, but 6 were destroyed. Time left was 2 hours and 40 minutes. In the 1st class, some refused to believe anything was wrong. Some dressed in diamonds to enter the lifeboats properly. Some argued about money, luggage, property, but others showed incredible courage. The working class, locked gates, chaos, mothers screaming, families separated, people fighting to reach upper decks. Ida Strauss refused a seat saying, "I will not be separated from my husband." They sat together on deck chairs as the ship sank. Now, our lovers. James searched every corridor for Myra. Myra tried to find him in the chaos, but the ship was splitting, tilting, and groaning. The world collapsing. Some officers followed it, some didn't. Some men disguised themselves as women, some refused to leave even if they could. Lights flicker, engines roar, the stern rises into the sky like a black tower. At 2:20 a.m., Titanic disappears underwater. Silence. Then the screams. The freezing water killed most in minutes. James dragged himself onto a floating piece of debris. He heard someone calling his name, Myra. Her hand reaching out of the dark, he pulled her. They held on shivering, praying. When the rescue ship Carpathia arrived, only Myra survived. James slipped beneath the waves minutes before help reached them. A love story without a Hollywood ending, but an ending countless real Titanic families experienced. Titanic wasn't just a disaster, it was a warning, one of the world should never forget. But we also have the story, the love story the world remembers. Before the night of the sinking, before the panic and the freezing Atlantic, there is a story almost every person knows. Not because it truly happened, but because it captured the emotional truth of the Titanic better than any textbook ever could. It's the story of Jack Dawson and Rose DeWitt Bukater. Rose is a young woman from high society living under crushing weight of wealth, pressure, and a marriage arranged for survival rather than happiness. She smiles in public, but inside she's drowning long before the ship ever hits the iceberg. Jack is her opposite in every way, a poor, free-spirited artist who wins his ticket in the last-minute poker game. He steps onto the ship with nothing but a sketchbook and a belief that life is worth exploring. Their first meeting is fate and desperation colliding. Rose stands on the stern rails, ready to let the ocean take her. Jack steps forward, not with force but with calm truth, and saves her life before knowing her name. What follows is the emotional heartbeat of the Titanic myth. Jack brings Rose into freedom, laughter, and real choice. Rose shows Jack trust, acceptance, and a glimpse of a future he never thought he could have. They dance in third class, run through corridors, share secrets, draw portraits, and see each other in a way no one else ever has. When the ship hits the iceberg, their story becomes a symbol of sacrifice. Jack gives everything, even the small piece of debris that could save him, so Rose can live. His last words carry an entire generation's memory of the Titanic. You are going to live, you're going to survive, and you are not going to give up. Their love wasn't a historical fact, it was the emotional truth of a tragedy, a reminder that the Titanic wasn't just steel and rivets, it was thousands of human stories, and the idea that even in disaster, love and sacrifice can leave a mark deeper than the ocean floors.